Yeah.
Yeah, but there's plenty of other
streets.
Hey.
How you doing?
What's up, man?
You're on, dog.
Oh, we're on.
We're on.
Welcome back to GoonCast, Goon Podcast. Couldn't tell you what the name is.
Episode. I don't even know the episode.
Bro, you're really
it's
gonna run your
episode 2.
knee into the into the table.
We've just done so much
We've
pre-recording.
only done one.
Bro, you got is that gonna stay on or?
I mean, let's find out.
Oh, for me.
Here, watch. Go ahead and.
All right.
There
Well,
you go.
Testing. Oh yeah, we're
Testing.
Yeah, episode 2 of Goon Podcast, GoonCast.
Audio might sound a little bit different.
Just a tad. Maybe better.
Maybe even better because we're
We're just working not from home. So.
yeah, we're actually at Thunder over Louisville.
Oh, yeah.
a premier
Location.
fireworks show and
Airplane show.
show here in the city of Louisville.
It's pretty good.
So far, yeah. We haven't got to the fireworks yet, but you might hear some footsteps running by. Those are just children running around our office space. We have rented out an entire office dedicated to the Goons.
Just for us.
Just for the Goons. Just because of how successful episode 1 was.
Yeah.
Still can't afford more than a phone quality audio though. But we'll be alright.
Hey, but this is a good phone though.
Well, the real question to me is, what's the name of this podcast? Because I don't know if you saw, but when I looked up GoonCast, there's an already.
Well, why don't we ask our fans?
Leave a comment below. We'll put a link on Twitter. Vote for our name.
We'll put a poll.
Yeah, we need a new name because there's already people named GoonCast and they have like 200 episodes with like 1 view on it. But I mean, so they have like 200 episodes. So we can't just do that. Then there'll be all kinds of confusion, a lawsuit, and we'll be screwed.
Yeah.
So we need a new name. We'll be brainstorming. Leave your comments below what the new name should be.
Brainstorming.
No.
That's
most likely already a thing.
almost 100% already a thing.
Yeah. I
Probably.
mean, if Gooncast or GoonsCast, whatever, like if that's already a thing.
GoonCast.
So that's already.
Put an S in there. Just stick an S.
GoonsCast?
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Might have
GoonsCast?
to. GoonsCast. But that doesn't roll off the tongue as well as GoonCast.
Yeah, no.
GoonsCast. Well, okay, we can call it GoonsCast, but then just say GoonCast, like colloquially.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know.
Okay, done now. Why don't we just figure that out? We don't need your input anymore.
Got him.
We appreciate it, but not necessary.
No, thank you.
So here we are in GoonsCast, episode 2. In the last episode, we had our friend Dylan Wood. Now it's just me, Drew Harris,
and Zancherry Watson.
Zach Watson. And introduce yourself.
Me,
Zeke Ward himself. D Wood is not here today, sadly. Couldn't make it. He was out, air quotes, camping. He said we could talk as much shit about him as we wanted to, so...
Well, first of all, he's garbage at Smash. He has a low tolerance for spam.
Very low. Very, very low.
Anti-spam in Smash Bros. The man is very clear on his tastes.
Yeah. And will not hesitate to drop your ass immediately.
Funny story. I'm sure Zeke... Oh my god.
What an iPhone.
Sorry. Some kid was just rolling on the ground.
Scantily clad children are falling.
They're fully dressed. They are fully dressed people. I don't know if I told you, but when we were playing with D-Wood, I think I did. I literally, because he rage quit the first night when I was doing Pikachu spam, and then I did Wolf. We were going to mess with him. I did Wolf. We were playing as Wolf on Smash Bros. And I just did my gun over and over again. He said, I counted 6 times, and then I left. And you just hear him go, doo-doo. You disconnect, and then the screen goes, no contest! And me and Zach are just dying.
Oh. The first time it was even better, though, because he was actually in the Discord, so he was like, yeah, no, fuck that.
And then Shadow and Sid said, spam ain't cool.
Yeah. Did he talk to you on Friday?
Yeah. Why? Did he say some ish about me?
Yeah, he seemed pretty upset.
About the spam?
Yeah, he went to me.
In Smash Bros? Yeah. Well, I talked to him about it, and I always mess with him about it because it's just...
I mean, we always mess around.
Well, it's not even... Is he actually upset about it?
He's pretty upset.
Sorry, D-Wood, but that's just kind of dumb as shit, my guy.
Hey.
Well, it is.
No reason to get upset.
Hey, I get spammed on
Oh,
almost all the time,
Oh.
as
Hey,
well as the rest of us.
We all get mad from spam,
Well, absolutely.
especially you.
Well, especially
Oh.
me.
yeah.
Hey, but you don't see me dropping out of chats.
Well,
Well, yeah.
Well, not as much as him.
occasionally.
But he does it
You've
consistently.
been known to.
I've been known, but I don't have
Twice in one night.
But I don't. Yeah, but we've been playing for hours at that point. I don't have an anti-spam tolerance policy, or
You have a
whatever.
verbal anti-spam.
Right. Yeah, I'll just take my anger out in my controller, rather than just shutting everything off. Well, wherever you are, D Wood, if you're listening to this right now, which you should be, because he asked me to send him the link once we got this done.
Yeah.
Best wishes, love you. So yeah, D was not here, but we do have some exciting news for any fans of the GoonsCast, Goons podcast.
What's that?
What is it?
We're getting production grade studio quality.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
No, that possible.
Shit.
Possibly.
We will possibly be moving into a room with professional grade equipment.
4 or 5 mics, nice closed-in space,
Yeah.
and the person who's hooking us up with it will probably be on the next podcast. So look out for episode 3 next
Francisco.
week.
Bacon.
Francisco Bacon will be joining us next week, so be on the lookout for that one. But let's get into it. The newest Star Wars Episode 9 trailer just came out.
You got a lot to say about that.
Well, do I though? We all watched it together last night, and I didn't really hear any honest opinions about it last
Well-
night.
Was that Mark Hamill laughing at the end there, cuz?
I don't know about that. That's
Yeah,
that's what
I
Ryan
mean-
said.
Yeah, it's either that or, I mean, the shot of the Death Star kind of, you know.
Well, people are saying it's
That one was cool.
that was okay. See, when I first watched it, I watched it once on the bus with no audio on.
which
And
was
then
a
when I watched it,
dubstep move.
when I watched it on the big screen, you're right. I saw the Death Star. And I'm like, oh,
Oh, that's what that
that's
was.
what that was. But then, a lot of people are saying that it's the Emperor laughing at the end.
Yeah, I mean,
That would be
it was
the
like
cheapest.
right at the Death Star.
That would be
scene.
the cheapest shit they ever pulled in
Yeah.
a Star Wars movie ever. Because,
Because they killed off the other bad guy.
well, yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah.
So, the Emperor got thrown down a shaft.
How can you survive that?
Okay, but in Star Wars canon, Darth Maul did survive getting thrown down.
But the Emperor's already like decrepit, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
But-
But he must have been hundreds of years old, right? I don't know.
and you know, Snoke was actually Mace Windu. So,
But Mace Windu's black.
it doesn't matter, cuz.
Okay. Well, Snoke could be Jar Jar Binks for all anyone else cares, apparently.
No.
Yo, what if the person laughing at the end was Jar Jar Binks? Sith
Not
Lord.
a chance.
It was way too low.
Dude,
Way too low pitch.
I mean, if they really are bringing the Emperor back to life, I'm gonna need some backstory, my guy.
Big backstory.
Unlike Snoke, which we got no backstory on.
I just don't think it's right because it's
Oh, it's
just, like,
absolutely not right at all.
it was such a meaningful death in the original.
Well, yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Series.
that's the climax of the entire series.
Yeah,
So,
I would not appreciate if they did that.
no, and I don't think they will because no one's gonna like that.
But if they brought Luke back, everyone would like that.
Well, absolutely, and that's what I think. Because
He's so powerful, he
They-
can just come back.
well, here's my reasoning. One, it's called The Rise of Skywalker, so that means Rey's last name is Skywalker,
Mm-hmm.
right?
So,
Yeah.
who are her parents?
Luke, bruh.
Ray's parents?
I've been saying this all along, and I just got completely trashed on Reddit because I honestly think that Han and Leia's daughter is Rey, and her brother is Kylo Ren.
Ew.
Wouldn't that be just so cool? And then
But
so the guy on Reddit is like, oh yeah, well it says in the books that in the encyclopedia that they were born 16 years apart, and so they wouldn't actually be some. I'm like, maybe they're twins. He's like, well, they're born 4 years apart, so they're probably not. And I'm like, okay, remind me in 2 years because I said it like when the movie came out.
Oh, yeah.
I did a little remind me on Reddit. So when it comes out, and if I turn out to be right, I swear to Jesus Christ of Nazareth himself, I'm going back. I'm going to roast that guy on Reddit because he was a complete jackass to me online.
Oh, bet.
Yeah, bet. Yeah, bet.
I'll bet.
I'm telling you right now, I think Rey is Kylo Ren's brother. Because that would make sense as to why she has the Force passed down in her genes.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or she's Luke's daughter.
Yeah.
Because her parents can't be non-significant, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. They have to be Jedi.
Hey, fuck off, Willie.
Well, they absolutely have to be Jedi.
Yeah.
Or else there's no point in having a character that's just... Oh, we need to be watching all the time. We ordered a pizza.
Yeah.
What time is it?
20 minutes.
Okay, we got 20 more minutes. This might be a shorter podcast, but
Yeah. We'll be alright.
still be a powerful one.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot more to stomach. Easier to stomach. Without D Wood here, there's just not a lot of conflicting viewpoints.
Yeah, he's very
He's very anti everything.
anti everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I like AC/DC. Oh, bro, I hate AC/DC. Never liked him. All right, Nick.
Did we talk about the Louder Than Life lineup last time? It wasn't even announced then, was it?
No, it wasn't announced. So,
As you may or may not know. God, Jesus.
bro, we're doing something.
Odinson running around here.
Louder Than Life is a metal music festival in the fall in Louisville, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
It has been transformed to a 3-day event, which it previously was 2, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the lineup was just announced last Monday.
And it is absolute powie wowie.
For any fan of rock and or metal music. Some highlights include Slippy, Slipknot,
Disturbed,
GNR, Guns N' Roses, Godsmack, and
Stained
is a powerful one. STP,
Ice Cube.
I'm really excited for that one. So obviously, me and Zach are gonna be there. So if you're at Louder Than Life, hit us up. The Goons will be present.
You don't know what we look like.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, of course I do.
I mean, it's
we'll have
unmistakable.
our Goons shirts on. We'll be jamming out. We'll be there all 3 days.
We'll be selling merch.
So will D Wood.
Oh yeah, D Wood will be there. And Zeke will be there. But yeah, Louder Than Life, man. We're getting really excited, even though it's months away. So we'll fill you in on the deets when it gets closer. But to any of our listeners out there who want to go to Louder Than Life, I'd recommend it. It's a great festival.
We're giving away free tickets.
HMU.
All you got to do, comment your name below, send us a $10 donation on Venmo, and you got your chance to win free Louder Than Life.
Send us $136 plus 15 in fees,
and
then
you got
yourself a free ticket.
Well, can you comment on Google and Spotify?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay. So this is YouTube specific.
No, this is
YouTube.
We are not giving out free tickets. Repeat, we are not giving out tickets.
I thought we were.
If we had any sort of budget, we would. We spent all of our money on renting out this entire top floor to watch Thunder over Louisville. Mm-hmm. So,
pretty big ballers.
Yeah,
but not today.
We spent all our money on pizza and this floor for our podcast.
We got 50 other people here, dog. It's crazy.
Yeah, so
it's a party.
Yeah, so all that money out of our budget, we had to actually record this podcast on a phone. But I hope it sounds beautiful. Mm-hmm. I'm sure it does. We should get these guys in here and
and beat the fuck out.
I'm good.
Have them guest star. Beat the fuck out. Have them guest star on our podcast. But yeah, so what was I saying about Star Wars? Oh yeah,
Luke.
Yeah, Luke.
Ray.
Snoke. Emperor. All I gotta say is, after Episode 8, which obviously was one of the worst episodes of Star Wars history, there's not much more to go. There's not anywhere to go after the end.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if you all recall what happened at the end.
Recall.
Ray moved some boulders, and they all drank some tea and smiled after half of their 3/4 of their legion died by the Empire.
Yep.
Or New Empire, whatever it's called. I don't know.
New Order.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know how.
Or First Order. Whatever.
Second Order. I don't give a shit.
Third Order.
I don't know how J.J. Abrams is going to make this even semi-enjoyable, because people who don't like Episode 8 are royally pissed off.
Well, I don't know. He might be
I mean,
surprised.
obviously, I was very excited when I saw that episode 9 trailer. It was cool.
Is this the last one? Is it a trilogy?
It's the end of it's the end of the 7, 8, 9 trilogy.
Okay.
It wouldn't surprise me if they made a 10, 11, 12 though,
Yeah.
or a -3, -2, -1.
Oh, like a prequel before the prequel.
Well, they're from what I understand. Sorry, we live in a war zone. From what I understand, they already gave Ryan Johnson 3 more movies of his own.
That's sickening.
Absolutely sickening, because I don't like Ryan Johnson, and he can come over here and talk to me about it, because you ruined one of the greatest franchises in history.
Who's Ryan Johnson?
Ryan Johnson is the writer and director of Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah. No one stopped to think about, hey, is this really a good idea, before they just let him go hog wild.
Yeah.
No one stopped to say, hey, you know what, Ryan? That actually wouldn't be what somebody wants to see on the big screen when they go to see Star Wars.
Yeah.
They didn't sit him down in that meeting. I would be fine with
It's
sitting
like he
him down
didn't
in that
watch
meeting.
any of the other movies.
Well, not only that, but it's like he took everything, all the other movies that built up to, especially 7, and just threw it away.
Yeah.
That's what makes me mad, is that it was supposed to be, oh, a subversion of expectation. No. That's what I have to say about Star Wars Last Jedi.
That's what I heard. Come out of my asshole right there. No.
Just so upsetting. I literally ranted to Zeke for like an hour about this at work.
Yeah.
How
It's
episode
actually very interesting.
how episode 8 is just so poorly done.
Yeah.
And the fact is that the subversion of expectations. Somebody on YouTube actually made a video about this. I don't know if any of you have seen it, where they compare Infinity War and Episode 8 in subverting expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the author?
I can't remember.
Okay.
I watched it when it when it first came out. Like how Episode 8 did it completely wrong and Infinity War did it right, because nobody expected them to all die at the end, right?
Yeah.
All get snapped. But in 8, the stuff that nobody expected, nobody wanted to expect. Like Thanos winning, like, oh, that would be crazy, you know.
But it's not gonna happen.
But it's not gonna happen. And so when it did, like, oh, that's really wild.
Yeah.
Oh, Snoke. No one even considered him dying. Either you're gonna get the backstory, or he's just gonna do more evil shit, right? Or any of the above about like Star Wars, like everything. The worst part for me was not only the opening scene, but the scene after the opening scene.
Oh,
The opening
yeah,
scene opened with a Yo Mama joke, which
Yeah.
was just god awful. And the scene after that was when Rey was handing Luke his lightsaber. And here's the moment. You watch 2.5 hours of Episode 7 to build all the way up to her handing the lightsaber to him. Just to start Episode 8, right behind his back. Threw it right behind his back. What a
Yeah.
joke. Oh, I literally...
His character was ruined in that. It's,
absolutely ruined.
Mm-hmm.
A devastation to all Star Wars fan. I really thought I was watching some kind of parody when that happened. Honest to God.
yeah, that's just not something Luke would do.
Well, and it would make sense if he that the reason he disappeared.
There's just no good reason
Well, no, absolutely not. Because
to protect some
so
text.
here's another thing.
Text.
Ryan Johnson literally made up all kinds of shit we had never seen ever before in Star Wars. 3 examples. Leia literally Mary Poppins towards the ship after she's
that was weird.
sucked into the void of space. Yeah, it was weird. The kamikaze by spaceship where she drives it, where the purple haired bitch drives it through the
It's a cool scene, though.
thing. Well, it was absolutely cool, but
Yeah, that was an option. All
and
along.
then literally Luke projecting himself with the Force, stuff we just never seen before, like ever in a Star Wars movie. It's just all made up stuff, and I get it. I guess it can be canon, but like the only cool thing out of those 3 is the kamikaze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He just wanted it to be new, but just
Failed miserably at
Yeah.
doing so. Honestly, Episode 8 might be my least favorite Star Wars movie.
wow.
Worse
really?
than
Worse
even
than Jar Jar.
even I like Episode 1 better than better than that. 2 is probably my least favorite. Probably goes. My favorite one's obviously Empire Strikes Back.
Mm-hmm.
Then probably 4. Then probably 6. Then probably 3. Then probably 7. Then probably 1, 2, 8.
Wow, 2's lower.
I hate, dude. 2 sucks. 2 sucks.
Why?
What happens in 2? I can't remember.
Nothing. Fucking nothing.
Well, which one is it though?
Attack of the Clones. Dude.
I think that's
No, Grievous is in 3.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
it's a lot of like character building.
For yeah,
You
dude.
know.
Okay. So the reason why 1's better than 2 is that 1, obviously Darth Maul, and 2, we actually like Qui-Gon Jinn is cool. Like all this cool stuff was built up. Dude, 2 would have been so good. 2 and 3 would have been so good if they wouldn't have killed Darth Maul and Qui-Gon Jinn.
3 was good.
3 was okay. What are we looking like, bro?
10 minutes.
We got 10 minutes left. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Well, 3 was okay. Because there's
so much darker.
Well, yeah. And I think that's the reason a lot of people like it, too.
Yeah.
I remember when I watched it, I watched it when I was like 7 when it came out.
Oh, we talked about this, how like Disney just seemed to kind of make everything more, jokey or like joyful.
Well, that's because they're trying to go for the Marvel take. Just like every other major movie now, they're trying to do. Sorry about that. Just like every other major movie now, they're trying to do the Marvel formula where they work in action and they work in despair and everything and tragedy, but they also have comedy in the right spots. And with 8, it's like it's literally so bad it's laughable.
Yeah, it's like a commander of a ship falls for something that just would not happen ever.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get your mother on the phone? Are you kidding me, dude? And he gets mad about it. Like he's supposed to be this big evil dude. Imagine if you imagine.
I remember that.
Yeah, the opening scene. Imagine so Hux is supposed to be Hitler, right?
Yeah.
In this new version,
Yeah.
they literally showed him like Nazi saluting, and all the stormtroopers did it. They're always trying to make him Hitler. If you prank called Hitler, do you think he'd have that response?
No, absolutely
He
not.
would hang up.
Yeah, and then he'd kill him. He'd hang up, and then he'd kill Poe. Like Poe Dameron should not have lived. Either he's the best pilot who's ever graced the galaxy, or obviously the New Republic or whatever, not New Republic, New Empire is just incompetent. Because they have these big ships, and you know what, man?
Where'd they get the ships? I don't...
Beyond me.
Yeah.
Okay, another thing about 8.
Did I miss something?
No, none of this has been explained. So,
yeah.
4, 5, and 6, if you're going into 4, like imagine 1977, you go in to see episode 4, you don't know anything about the Star Wars universe, but you're still in a place where you're like, okay, all this makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But having seen 4, 5, and 6, when you go into 7, it's obviously trying to be a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to go based on everything else that's happened before. I don't think we got like any backstory on anything in episode 7, did we?
I don't think so.
I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen these movies. I'm talking about them. But
maybe it was explained, but just like short. Like
what?
I don't know, like a line of dialogue at the beginning.
About the Empire?
I don't know.
No,
But
they
I
didn't.
guess
Dude, they didn't give anything about.
If anybody knows, they should tell us.
What I remember is what I do remember about that is in episode 7, the opening scroll. They said, "A new what's it called? The new First Order has risen out of the ashes of the Empire."
Yeah.
That's verbatim what it said.
See, that's weird, considering how like that rebellion was like such a powerful movement, I guess.
Well, they literally defeated the Empire.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like how do
it's
you
over.
come back from that? I mean, there were so many other like rebellion planets. That just doesn't make sense.
And then they
to
built
me.
another Death Star. I mean,
Yeah. Where'd they get the power to do that?
Well, and think about it though. It's what is it set 30 years after 6?
Something like that.
35 years. How are you going to go? I mean,
And just like
in 30
years.
years you're going to build up an entire new all-powerful empire?
Did they conquer the entire galaxy or just like?
Well, they
small
blew
area?
up like four planets at once. Remember that?
That's
They literally blew
Doesn't
up.
make any
They literally
sense.
blew up like the main Remember Coruscant from the original original.
They blew that up?
The prequels.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like with all the big
Yeah.
big
Buildings.
big buildings. Yeah. They blew up like 4 planets at once. And the funny thing is that in that shot when you're looking at it when they're shooting the lasers at the planets, remember? There's like 4 lasers going out. You can see all the planets in one shot. One, how are you gonna get a shot with literally planets that close together? Unless you're at some crazy zoomed out angle, but it didn't even look like that. There's no way that 4 major planets are going to be right next to each other like that in a solar system. That just doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously the overlying question is that still hasn't been answered, and maybe will be in 9. How did this new order rise from the Empire? Who is Snoke? Doesn't matter anymore. He's dead.
Mm-hmm.
That was never explained either.
Yeah.
Who are Rey's parents? Obviously, quote unquote, they're nobodies. Thanks, Ryan Johnson. Which I don't believe that. What was another one I had? Another one is, why would you kill off Han Solo? Why would you kill off Luke Skywalker? And I understand that 9 was supposed to be Leia's movie, but she's dead in real life. So obviously they're gonna have to make it Luke's movie again, right? That's my only logical explanation for Rise of Skywalker. You have to bring Luke back to life because you don't have a main character that anybody gives a shit about.
Yeah.
Nope. Look. Let's be real. Nobody gives a shit about Rey. Nobody gives a shit about Finn.
Well,
nobody gives a shit about Poe.
People like them.
The only character anybody likes is BB-8, and he apparently can just do shit that nobody else can do, like ride around on a big old mech suit.
Kylo Ren's pretty cool though.
Dude, I swear to God, when I first saw
honest.
Episode 7, and Kylo Ren took off his mask, I looked over at my parents. I went with my parents. I looked over at them like, what the hell is that? And they were like, oh, what the hell is that? In 8 though, I didn't like him in 7, but as soon as 8 came around, he started growing on me just because Adam Driver's a good actor.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. The character's lame as shit, honestly. Because he takes off his mask and everything. Like, if he's really a Darth Vader wannabe, why would he leave the mask on?
Yeah.
But apparently he's re-stitching together the mask. You seen that? In the trailer?
I think I did.
He was restitching the mask together after he destroyed it. So, if that's not a symbol for everything Ryan Johnson's done, I don't know what is. Literally, Ryan Johnson killed the mask. He killed Snoke. He killed Luke. All this stuff, and here we are stitching stuff together back in the trailer for Episode 9. So somehow, this is gonna if this movie turns out to be good, it's going to be an amazing feat because literally, J.J. Abrams is going to have to go down all the scraps of paper Ryan Johnson's torn up and glue them all back together and then write a coherent story on top of that pre-ripped up sheet of paper. Mm-hmm. It's going to be an amazing feat if he can do it.
And then we also have to get our pizza before that time, too.
Oh.
Absolutely we are.
That's very true.
So I just rambled about Star Wars for, 35 minutes?
That was a good
Just about, yeah.
Well, I'm sure everybody wanted to listen to that.
Well, you done now.
We got to go get our pizza. Thanks for listening to the Goons podcast, whatever we're calling it. Even though I gave Zeke shit for calling it the wrong name. Sorry, my guy.
You did the exact same thing.
Well, absolutely, because we don't have a name anymore.
I know.
We
didn't have a name
GoonsCast?
to begin with. GoonsCast.
Thanks for tuning in to GoonsCast today.
Appreciate it, fellas.
I'm Drew Harris.
I'm Zen.
Watson. That's Zeke Ward.
That's me.
We are the Goons. Thanks for listening. We're going to go get our Pete's. We'll see you next week.
See you later.
Get the fucking thing, bro.